Hello. Hello, hello, hello. How you doing? How's your Saturday so far? Let's see. We got this cute little pumpkin merchant. Oh, Cavendish.
Happy Saturday to you.
And happy Saturday to you. Thank you, buddy. How you doing? How's your week been? Moving bats, welcome. Let me get this other music going. Right. Okay. Ready. 12 months? That's a whole year. Cavendish. It's a year. Did you know it's been a year? It's a year. In October even. Man, time flies, doesn't it? It just does. I think we could pull out of this a little bit more. I don't think it has to be that crazy close. I'm gonna have to move back a little where I am. Alright, I'm gonna have to pin back my... I guess these are bangs. Are they bangs? I guess. Oh! As a Christmas gift. I don't know, it's telling me they've subscribed for 12 months, but it told you yours is brand new? That's weird. I wonder why it would do that. Alright. So the difference here is it's a cat type, dog type creature. I didn't want to really make either, so I made both. And then they're also a ghost. Ooh. Leave me alone. Oh, weird. I wonder why it does that. Does it do that with everybody you sub to or just me? That's so weird. Well, thank you for subbing anyway, Cavendish. I appreciate that. I know it's probably included with Prime or something maybe, but... Oh no, yours isn't Prime. Thank you. That's even more heartfelt. I don't have any of my normal brushes. I think Gabe stole them. I'm gonna have to get on him about that. He did a painting recently, and I think he stole my brushes. I'm actually gonna text him about it. Yes, you stake my brushes. Thanks, autocorrect of some sort. You stake my brushes. Don't stake my brushes, bro. Oh. Everybody you're sub to. That's so weird. I wonder why that is. Huh. Well, I appreciate it. So thank you, Cavendish. Well, maybe this is a good thing I don't have my brushes. It'll get me to use these other ones. Which I don't like the idea of that, but... Oh well. That's where we're at. How was your week? Anybody can chime in, too. I mean, how was your week? Did you have a good week? Bad week? So-so week? I don't actually have an orange. I have to make my orange. I have a burnt sienna, but that's not going to be what I want. So I'm gonna mix some cadmium yellow here. And then some red. Today's the day for trick-or-treating in our town. It starts at 6 and it goes till 8. Does anybody else have their town's trick-or-treating tonight? I had read online that it was like 3 to 6, but that was a different thing. But this whole time, like all month, I've been thinking, oh no, it's gonna be 3 to 6 p.m. I was wrong, it's 6 to 8, but I just thought that was funny. I forgot that hard. If anybody here is one of my patrons, if you are just on the Clover Card tier, those went out yesterday. And if you're on Clover Card and Curious Collector, those combined went out today. So. Oh no, Cavendish. Oh no. I'm a dork, and I'm like in a couple of groups on my Facebook account that are like they're groups for the town. But I can't tell you how useful that is. I mean, granted, we have a very small town, but I've learned about like electronics drop-offs and, you know, specific dates for things and all that, so gotta be good for something then, right? I need a lot more orange than this. Yeah, last Sunday. That sounds right. Yeah, 'cause Saturday I got a haircut. Got my hair cut. Oh, I also have now, I turned on subscriptions on Instagram. So what I put on there is basically a little bit of a dumbed down version of my $3 tier on Patreon, because I don't want to screw over those people. So it has to be a little bit less than what my patrons get. But if you'd rather, you know, look at all my extra crap like unseen posts and art and all that, it's just $1 on Instagram. So there's that. I haven't done an official post for it yet. I have not had time, so I gotta get on that at some point. No, oh Cavendish, no. You overslept. Buddy. That's crappy. I'm sorry you missed everything. Not just my stream, obviously, but all the stuff you wanted to do. That's too bad. Do they have them every week, though? Because that'd be nice, because then if you miss one, you can do it the next week, right? Wow, that is not the yellow I'm using. Hold up. Whoa. That is neon. Oh my god, bro. Go to 0. 0. Yeah, I guess that's kind of closer to where it's at. Let's dab that, because that's a bit much. Excuse you. Oh, twice a month. There you go. And then no one ever goes to that one, I'm guessing. Well, I do appreciate every time you're here, though, Cavendish. Really, I do. I hope you don't feel obligated to be here. But whenever you are here, it warms my heart. Oh my god. Get out of here, Lent. It's a dog cat. I originally thought of making a black cat, and then I was like, I don't know, maybe I should just make it like an ambiguous kind of creature because it's a ghost anyway. So in my head, I'm sitting here thinking, well, wouldn't it be cute if a ghost was trying to appear normal, so it's like trying to replicate a creature, and it doesn't exactly get it right, and it's a cross between like a cat and a dog. So that's where I'm at with it. What kind of... I think I'll do yellow grass. I think that'd be cute. Oh, that is not enough pigment. Let's go for it. There you go. We'll go with that. I'm going to take away some of this pigment at the bottom for that transparency. And I'll kind of solidify that more later with my whites, but for the moment I can kind of get it without much problem, much issue. Turn out as yellow as I wanted it, but it's okay. I'll go back for it later. I like the idea of the ghost being like, act normal, act normal, act normal. But it's like, maybe he says the combination of a meow and a bark. Meow. 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 I always think it's funny when I stream after I've gone hard doing Patreon stuff because I'm exhausted. And I know it probably just shows how tired I am, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I'm so tired. I'll try not to yawn on stream. I just did, but I'll try not to do it again. But man, I get tired. Oh, I gotta put that. I didn't even take a picture of these pencils, I don't think. Oh, yes, I did. Yes. Oh, I'm so proud of myself. I actually did. Bueno. Oh no, how exhausted I'm, Dad. Hi, damn it. How you doing, Scythe? You okay? Happy time zone. Thank you. Happy time zone to you too. Hi, Denmark. I may or may not have some friends coming over to play board games. Oh, that sounds so nice. 12-hour workday. Oh, Lord. Get some rest, man. You don't have to be here. Go get some sleep. I mean, dang. Phone autocorrectly. How am I? I'm tired. Oh god, see? I even say I'm tired. And I start yawning. That's bad. I'm okay. How are you? I am tired though. I went really hard this week getting out my Patreon rewards. Jesus. So there's that. How about you? How are you doing? How's your week? Today's a trick-or-treat day for our town, so after this I'm gonna go get ready to hand kids candy. We give out full-size candy bars too, we're those guys. And light up toys. Whoa. See, what I'm doing is I'm baiting the children to come back the next year so that when I do something really scary to the house, they'll just show up thinking it'll be easy like the years before. But they don't know. It's gonna be scary. But this year it's gonna be easy. That's clever. Yeah, just let them know, hey, next year it's okay. Just come by. Easy candy and toys. But no, I'm gonna lead them around back to the back of the house, and it's gonna be a whole thing. Oh, you gave the adults full-size candy bars? That's really nice of you. Holy crap, I didn't even think about the adults. Ugh. Am I a bad guy? Maybe. Oh, cute. They have an upstairs neighbor who loves M&Ms. That's so sweet. Try to blend this a bit more. But I'm also going to throw in some yellow. Oh my god, what is this hair doing in here? Get out of here, bro. Oh my god. I don't even know where that hair came from. I cover all my supplies. I don't know where that hair comes from when it gets in here. I mean, maybe it's from my glove, but I don't know. There we go. It's a bit better. Bad woman, but not really at all. I used to make sure. Oh my gosh, our friends like Liam. It's the first year they gave him like a huge bag, but he couldn't lift it. No. A traveling potion maker's caravan? That's so dope. Oh my god, Jenga, that's a great idea. I love that. How fun. Oh wow, Cavendish, really? That's so sweet. That sounds like it would go viral if you somehow like managed to record all that. That is so nice. How cool. It's one of those heartfelt things you'd hear about. I wanted to give him a little satchel, and I did. It just, now it looks like he's wearing cargo pants. And I kind of have to own it, honestly. So we're going with it. This cat, ghost, dog thing has cargo pants, I guess. Cargo pants and no legs, mind you. Not. Legs be damned. They're just a suggestion. More and more each year. It's a lot of fun listening littles come out selling magical systems. See, I'm a jerk and I don't have kids, so and I like to scare children. So my idea for the backyard is very scary. But I like that yours is very sweet and magical and kind of like, I don't know, Harry Potter-ish. It's cute. Maybe I should keep throwing them off every year and do something like that. Where it's like, yeah, this year's scary. Next year's not. Next year after that, very scary. Next year not. Yeah, it can be. Keeps them on their toes, I suppose. I don't know, for some reason I've always kind of liked that aspect of Halloween, like you had to earn your candy. Like maybe the scariest houses had the best candy and you had to like, you know, be brave because you knew nothing would happen, you know. But like you still gotta do that quest and get the candy and, you know, do something you didn't think you could do. I don't know, I always saw it kind of as like a growth moment. I don't know. I'm probably wrong, but whatever. Yeah, we had, growing up, there was this one guy on my block growing up. Scared the hell out of all of us, even my parents. Like, this dude went all out to scare everybody who came up. And seriously, he was hardcore. Much respect, even now. But, I don't know. Part of me was always like, I kind of want to be that guy. And we just moved here like a year ago. So I still have time to kind of cement what our house is to the rest of the block, I guess. But I also think there's time to change if I ever want to change it. So, you know, you could always start off cute and then go scary. Because last year we didn't even have any lawn decorations, and this year, I don't want to say I went crazy, but I went a little bit more than I have in the past. So we've got, like, my husband works at a sign company, so we were able to make custom yard signs. So we did that, and we've got little skeletons coming up from the ground. Like, I made little holes, and I've got them coming up through there, and I've got crows sitting on the tombstones and on the skeleton heads, aka skulls, I guess. Ashley, come on. So, and then pumpkins and all that stuff. I've got a wraith hanging from the house. It's a pretty cool wraith. Pretty proud of it. Oh, interesting, Cavendish. That makes sense. Oh, Carl, you're gonna be Chewbacca again? Really? Is it because you have a really nice Chewie outfit? I mean, if you spent good cash on a nice Chewie outfit, you gotta wear that. Happy Saturday, Cat. How you doing? I forgot about the squasher in the back. Oh, Chewy PJs from Goodwill. If it works, it works. Just let it happen. And if you like it, that's all that matters, man. When I have kind of a lazy year dressing up, like this will be my lazy year. Last year I dressed up. But I usually have this really big bird mask I wear that's really creepy. And it's easy to just throw onto whatever, so Oh, I've got another pumpkin back there. Damn it. Dang. What'd you get on your shopping trip, and how was your walk? Did you see anything cool? So no one else has today as their trick-or-treat day in their town? I wonder if that's just like a town-by-town thing. It must be. I think it's because Halloween's on Monday, so I don't think people want to be doing it then. But it seems weird to have it 2 days before Halloween. That's just me and being, I don't know, old school or something, or back in my day, blah, blah, blah. And birds being creepy. A family birthday today. Hot diggity. Did you get some good food? I gotta figure out a color for this. I think I'll make it red. I'm trying to make him match his little magic cart here. So I think I'm gonna make his apron red. I was gonna make it white, but if he's a ghost, I have to show the white part of his bottom down here. So I can't have the apron white, because then it's just gonna blend in. I need to go back over this with the more of the raw pigment. 8:30. Oofed. Yeah, you said you got that 12-hour day, huh? I hope you get paid well, Asaith, and you don't mind doing what you do. Oh, you didn't grow up with Halloween? That's right. You were overseas, right? I've seen that British people seem to be kind of adopting it. Because when Gabe and I were over in England for, I think it was in 2017, and we were around Halloween time, people were starting to do it. I don't know if that means it's widespread or what. Yeah, I'm not either, Cavendish, but I guess it makes sense if it's like a kid-based holiday, you know? But, I'm a mailman. I will be working by flashlight. Oh. How is it being a mailman, if you don't mind me asking? Because in my head, I see it as mostly chill. Because our mail people, like, they're always just walking on foot from mailbox to mailbox, and that always seems okay. You know? Maybe not many confrontations? How is it, though? I can see that, Cat. Yeah. It's weird because I feel like here, trick-or-treating is just kind of going away. Like last year, and I don't know if this is because COVID still, like, it's weaning off, but last year I think we only had like 3 kids. People across the street, and that was it. So I'm not even really sure if it's a big deal anymore. Oh, city. Oof. Yeah, see, I totally neglected to think of the city side of it. Our town is ridiculously small and rural, and I would assume if you're a male person out here, it's probably pretty lax. But in the city, I can't even imagine. Oh, really, Kat? Cute. Yeah, I still can't get over that person that's further up the road who already has their Christmas stuff out. It feels so passive aggressive. Like, your holiday means nothing to me. Here's the next holiday that I love. It's like, geez. 56 routes? Yikes, bro. Oof. I'm so sorry. That must be really hard. Do you have to, like, do you drive it all or do you walk it? Because I know some mail carriers can just hoof it, but I know other ones have to actually drive through cities. Oh, that'd be a pain in the ass. Oh, Cat, really? I've never looked at it that way. I always saw it as it's the one day a year you get to kind of meet your neighbors if you never had. You know? Because sometimes you just don't have a good reason to talk to your neighbors and you don't want to bother them. So, like, Halloween I saw is the time you could kind of, hey, you know, we lived on the block, you know, blah, 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 blah. I don't know. But maybe that's just now because I'm older. Oh. 20 miles a day minimum? Oh my god. That's crazy. I hope you don't hate it. I hope it's somewhat enjoyable. I'm so sorry if it's not. Carol singing is a thing in the UK where you knock on doors and sing for money or sweets. That's okay though. Weird. Your carolers get, like, treats? I don't think our carolers get treats. I think our carolers just carol. I've never even heard of getting treats for singing. Well, let's do purple for a... Yeah, let's do that. That's gonna be cuter. Oh yeah, I like that. Oh, yeah, I could see that. Oh, God. I bet they're all over the place, too. And they get in the way of your route, huh? I'm sick of the junk mail. like, the junk mail I get are from, like, heavily Republican parties, and I want nothing to do with that, but for some reason, it must be big here, and I keep getting tons of it, and I hate it. It's like, their thing is like, this guy is doing this thing and this thing, and I'm like, oh, I like those things. And they just assume, you know, they're bad things, but it's like, no, you don't know whose house you're bringing this to. Like, I'm down with that. Sorry. You failed. I kind of want to do a whole cart series of carts and different merchants and things, but I have to finish the series I've got first, which is Bickerborough, basically. I don't know, since I'm not religious at all, I enjoy a lot of holidays. And I think that's the fact I'm not religious in any sense. I mean, I wouldn't call myself atheist either, because I find that if you're one way or the other, like assuming you know there's no afterlife or whatever, feels just as kind of confident as a fundamentalist saying there is a heaven or something. Like, they feel the same amount of, you know, whatever. So I don't even think I'm agnostic either. I'm just like, who knows, man? Whatever. I mean, I think when you die, what happens is you just, it's like you got put under with gas. That's what I think. Like, I got put under for with gas for the second time in my life this year. And I bet it's just like that. Like, you just go and there's nothing. Like, that's what it feels like it probably is. But anyway, didn't mean to go down that road. I was just thinking about it. Oh no. Oh no, it's like the ladybug bit your neck. Oh no. Right? Oh man, different cultures in their holidays. Mexican culture, Gabe's culture, when he was growing up, they did this cool thing where you put out your shoes. I think it was on New Year's Eve. I can't remember what day it is, but you put out your shoes and in the morning they've got candy in them, which I assume is kind of the equivalent to stockings. Like, but for them, he said it was like supposed to represent the three wise men bringing Jesus gifts or something like that. Like, I don't know, but I just thought it was really cute. Those shoes, and I don't know. For St. Nicholas Day. Yeah, but it can't be before Christmas because Jesus isn't born yet. So the whole idea was that they were bringing gifts for Jesus. When is your candy shoe holiday? I'll just ask him. Cute. I mean, maybe it was, because you don't want your candy in stinky shoes, am I right? I gotta redo this red. It's kind of super lacking. There we go. That's a better red. Dang. That's hardcore. Bonus points. She should be giving you candy and stuff. Yeah, January 6th. That's what Gabe said. It was January 6th for the shoe thing, because it has to be after Christmas. That was the whole thing. Because the wise men or whatever, they show up. They're like, here, Jesus, here's some incense. Get chill. I forget what myrrh is. Isn't myrrh like beef or something? Or maybe it was resin. Some kind of resin. Totally forgot what myrrh is. I don't know what the Epiphany is. Yeah, I wonder. I mean, if it's like a St. Nicholas thing, like, does it have to do with Santa or an actual saint? That's interesting. Yeah, but I mean, I know there's some people who think St. Nicholas like in a less cheesy way than Santa, so I like to make the distinction, because I think some people even take St. Nicholas into more pagan like sides of things. So pagans typically don't like the whole Santa versus St. Nicholas thing. So I try to differentiate. I don't know. Exactly, Jenga, that's what I was saying. Like, it took them a minute, you know, but it had to be after Christmas, because that's why I knew December 6th wasn't right, because I knew it had to be after. Hi, Chill. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's a little bit too saturated on the screen. Let me see if I can match it better to the painting. So I do not do things that crazy. That's about more right. A little ghost cat thing. Hi, Isabel. How are you? All the rewards this month for my Patreon have been sent out. So if you're a Clover Card person or a Curious Collector person, or you get both, they were sent out yesterday and today. And then I should be doing a Patreon update, I think today or tomorrow. I was hoping to do a little mini tutorial too, but I gotta figure out what I want to do. Something really tiny, like easy to make. So I don't have a ton of time, so. Thank you, Isabel. Oh, and they call it the Epiphany, I see. We got a little savior on our hands. But isn't that why they set out in the first place? They knew, or did they not know? I didn't know they called that the Epiphany, but I'm glad it had a name, because every time I talked about it with people, I didn't know what to call it. So it's good there's a name for it, because I was just like, the wise men time. I don't know. Oh, really? Oh, Isabel, that's so good. That's nice of your friend. How lovely. I have to make this grass more yellow so it stands out from the pumpies. The cute little pumpies. I can already tell, like, I take 1 month off watercoloring and I'm already rusty. Gotta keep on it. Gotta keep going. So, in November, I'll be going back to that series I was doing. Oh, so they weren't even told why. Got it. No. Oh, shop updates. They do take a minute, don't they? You know, I never do shop updates. Like, a shop update for me is just I made something new and I just throw it into the shop. I never do like a close my shop, overhaul everything, and then reopen it. I should probably do that, but every time I add something new, I just throw it in and just say, hey, something new. I probably shouldn't do that. Do I though? I don't know. I think it also depends on how much business you get. Like, I have a friend who opens their Etsy once a year. She opens it once a year, and it's only for like a week. And then they close it the rest of the year. So, like, they have a lot of followers too. So, I think that's part of it. Like, I don't have a ton of followers or anything, so I just do it when I do it. Oh, I got you, Isabel. $30 new things, dang. That's a good amount of things. That's worthy of an update for sure. Tint these a bit more brown so they stand out. Oh, thank you, Denmark. Don't know how people who add new collections like each month do it. Don't you ever sleep? I think that's all they do though. Like the whole month they're just making a whole new collection. But if they're doing that with other things, then I don't know how they do it. They probably don't sleep. What do you mean, Cavendish? I'm gonna go over this again with my pen once I get to the end. Well, not pen, but my pencil, whatever. You know how I work. Most of you. I picked this up to do certain colors, and now I don't remember what I was gonna do. Damn it. I installed a doorbell today. Woohoo. We're knocking out little upgrades in the house when we can. One was the fact we didn't have a doorbell. We had the hookup for a doorbell, but we did not have a doorbell. It is insanely easy to hook up a doorbell. Easier than changing a light fixture, that's for sure. Taikayaki? Tikoyaki? Hi! Thank you for the raid. Welcome, everybody. Tico raid. Crying men acceptance. Oh no! Pen could, but the reason I usually use a brown pencil instead of a pen is it's a little bit softer, you know? Especially if I'm going for a softer look. But... oh, thank you. How was your stream? Did you have a good stream, Tico? Is it Tico or Tycho? I'll make sure I say it right. You can always assume, but it's better to ask. Then, you know, people are usually happier when you ask. Well, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. I usually stream on Saturdays at 2 p.m. CST, which is about an hour ago starting. So I only stream once a week right now. I used to stream like 6 days a week, like 6 years ago. But I've had to cut down a lot because of my workload. So I'm just doing really small personal pieces that I usually sell during the stream or after the stream. But yeah. Tico. Okay, cool. Well, thank you so much for choosing to raid me. I appreciate that. I'm glad you had a good stream. Cute bears. Hell yeah, cute bears. Well, feel free to drop your social stuff in my chat so my people can get at you. Man, I did the thing where I picked up some pigment. I was gonna go in a certain spot and then I forgot. That's it. I'm almost to the next part of this where I'm gonna do the shines and the highlights. So first I do the flats and some shading. But I still can't figure out if I want to put in a background color. I kind of don't. I just kind of don't. Jazzy, hi. How are you? Weasel, hello. Feel the season's best. I miss a secret cat or something. The secret the cat has is that it's not a real cat or a dog. So my idea was that it's a ghost. So you'll see that better when I get the white pen out. But it's going to be a ghost that's half transformed into a cat-dog thing. So it didn't know how to really do a cat or a dog. So it's kind of this amalgam of both. But I probably put way too much story into that for no good reason. It's fun. Sometimes you just think of background crap and you're like, yeah, I know it. So it's not a real cat or dog. It's just a creature that is technically a ghost. Oh, thank you, Tico. I appreciate that. I would say I'm 60-40. I like doing traditional on my streams because, as you said, it's kind of one of those things that people don't always get to see. And I would say a lot of my time spent off of stream is traditional, but like all of my Patreon stuff is basically digital. I do stickers. However, I do have this one tier that's like paintings that I do that have stories on the back. So these are what we call ATC cards, and they're like artist trading cards. So on the back, each one has a story about the illustration on the front. And then every, like, was it 2 months? Every 2 months you're on that tier, you get a rare card. And that's a digital painting of this one character I have. And she has, like, an ongoing story. So it's like, 2 months, rare card, 2 months, rare card. And the rare card comes with the normal card. So that's one of my Patreon tiers. The other one is a lot more intense. They're like story sticker packs. Every month I create a new like creature. This month it's like a crow god. And it comes with kind of cute little stickers. Let me see if I can show you. Yeah. I could just show you my Instagram and the thing, but whatever. Oh man, that needs to be lightened up a bit. Okay, so it's this guy this month, and I called him the Korvax. And they come with these cuties, these little stickers of these little crows, and you get this other sticker of him in a bottle. And the story is about like the background of this character and how he cursed all of crowkind and what that means for crows going forward and what it means for crows in the past. But I mean, it's like sometimes the story's really heavy, but the stickers are so gosh darn cute. This was last month's. It was a whale spirit. I called it the fog wall. It was basically a whale that manifested in fog and like made fog. So that one was fun. But usually I post like what the Clover card is that month and what the stickers are, so you can go back and see, what I've done over time. That was August's. It was a lily pad spirit that would live under lily pads, and you got some stickers of that. This one was July. It was an axolotl, but it was a moon axolotl, and it had a companion one for summer that was this guy. He's the solotl, and he was he's like a sun one. You can kind of see it. But anyway, those are all on my Instagram, so you can check those out if you want. Oh, thank you, Kat. Ah, you're too sweet. No, get some food. Get some food. Thank you, Tico. I hope you have a good rest of your weekend. Ah, thank you, Kat. Yeah, so eventually I will make that into an official book. So you'll have yours and a real one. Like the official one, whatever you want to call it. But you have to get at least, 40 pages for a perfect bound book. So I have to at least have 40 of them, which I'm getting close. Let's see, 12 a year. I've been doing them since 2018, but not all of them I would want to feature. So I would say another year or two of doing these, and I think I'll have enough for the field guide. Same thing for the Clover cards. I plan on doing a similar book to my husband's book. He did a book called Oh My Gouache, and it's all just gouache paintings. And it's really cute. It's like this big, and it's yay thick, and it's just all gouache paintings that are like ATC sized. So I was thinking I would do the same thing, and then have the story for the Clover card on the top part. But again, you need to have a certain number of things to kind of make it a book. But thank you, Isabel. Check it out, and there's nothing you can do about it. Yeah, it sets a nice goal, I think. I agree with you, Jazzy. And man, I cannot tell you how cool it feels when you hold your first perfect bound book. Like, it's cool to have a staple bound book or just any book that you finished and be holding it. But this was my first perfect bound book. This is Grigor. And it's perfect bound. So perfect bound means it's actually glued on the side. Very just normal book, right? It's not stapled, it's not folded over, but it's glued. And to make your own books like this, and I think at this point I've made 4 or 5 perfect bound books. There's just something so magical about it. I can't even explain. You just have to do it. It's just this, I feel like anybody who writes stories or collects your art, into a book, even if you don't write stories, you can collect your art into a book. And even make it for yourself. If you don't want to sell them or anything like that, collecting your work into a book, scan your work and then just kind of put it together, it's really cool. Because you can order just one if you want to. Story of your paintings, it's always there's more to it than just, but there's something happening and there's more to it than meets the eye. It makes me curious. Well, then you might like the Clover card tier. Because each one has, like I said, a story behind it. So, this frog, I ended up making into an architect. So this whole story is how he got to this place. And sometimes I have the stories before I have the painting. Sometimes I have the story after the painting. It varies, honestly. But I'm up to, this month was the 21st month. So the problem with these, though, is they're not for sale, backlog. You can't get old ones. My Curious Collector tier with the stickers and the lore, you can. You can get those on my website. But these ones you can't. So those ones are kind of extra special. But yeah, make your own books, totally. Right? Cavendish, you know now. Yeah, you felt how it feels to have the book, you know? It's such a cool feeling, man. I don't know. I can't even explain it. In both my shipping tiers, that can go for international people too. So if you're international, you just have to add on an extra $1, and that's just for the stamp, because the stamp is like, I think it's an extra $1. I think it's like $1.50, and regular stamps are like 50 cents, something like that. I never look. I should. But really, it's just an extra $1 because you're just paying for the shipping then. I kind of like keeping that white. I don't know. Oh, maybe I'll make it teal. Hold on. That would probably be better, actually. Or not teal, but this emerald color. I mean, it's just 1 month, too. So if you don't like it, you can cancel anytime. No big deal. This month's card is about a little miniature witch. Like a little fey witch. And her story is actually kind of sad. I'll admit it. It's bittersweet, and it's kind of hopeful. But it is a little sad. I figured for, Halloween, it could be a little bit darker. Not scary dark this year. I think last year, the card I had around this time was a little bit scarier. But, it's kind of uplifting at the end. Sort of. Depends on how you look at it, really. Exactly. And I try to keep a pretty good balance of that. Because that was something I really liked and appreciated when I was growing up, that there were some stories that were really, really dark. Like, Watership Down. Watership Down was very dark. Or like Secret of NIMH. Secret of NIMH had a great balance of, like, action and sadness and scariness and everything. Great movie all across the board. But you want to cancel. It's too much fun. Cat, you're so sweet. I love you. You were so nice to me. Hi, Box. How are you? I hope you're having a nice weekend too. It's kind of hot out here again. It's kind of weird. Alright, I think I'm to the point I can do the next bit. Though, maybe I want to cut out this junk on here. Let me do this rope and then we'll be done. And then I can move on to the next part. Yeah, it's good to be realistic. Teach them early that not everything is great and how to deal with, the not so great bits. Alright. I'm going to take a picture of this for my patrons. Yeah, King Terrified and Slaughtered. I mean, it was kind of along the lines of like Animal Farm too, right? That was not about animals. Oh, my white ring? Thank you. It's silicone and was like, I don't know, in a pack of a bunch for maybe $7 on Amazon. I wear it because it's just more practical. It feels better. I can work out with it because when you work out, your hands swell. So I can do dishes with it, and it's just guilt-free. So silicone rings. Nim didn't have Robin Williams like Ferngully. So true. But I'm okay with that. I'm more of a fan of Nim than Ferngully. Ferngully's so cheesy, like late 80s. Oh my god, Zach and his Walkman. Just whatever. Watership Down, no issue, same time can't understand how things like Dark Crystal didn't scare the crap out of me. See, the weird thing with me and Dark Crystal is I appreciate it, I love it, I love Brian Froud, but I didn't see it until, oh god, it's gotta be close to 10 years ago now. Like, I didn't see it till I was in my 20s, maybe even 30s, which is really weird because everybody assumes with this style that I have that I like Brian Froud, and I do. I mean, I liked Labyrinth and stuff, but I didn't see Dark Crystal till way later. So usually people are like, what? But yeah, Watership Down was real. Truth. Oh yeah, I could see Rock Climbers with them too. That makes sense. I mean, it's great for art for various reasons, and I don't know. Truthfully, I don't have like a legitimate wedding ring either. So we kind of both, he does, we bought him one. But for me, this is my second marriage. So I kind of just kept my other one because technically I picked that out anyway. Like, he just paid for it. But it was all I wanted all these things. So I wear that one if I want to. I also swap it out with other rings I like. And it's kind of fluid. I really like that I don't have one ring. I don't know. I'm pretty lax about it, honestly. And a lot of the time I just forget to wear one. I purposely wear it on the stream so people don't think, oh no, what's going on? You know, just in case. But day to day, I'm not wearing one. I don't know. I just forget a lot of the time. I'm a bad person. Drama. For other reasons. Hey man, you don't need one. It's okay. It is okay. I mean, he also didn't like directly propose to me. We were just basically one day, should we get married? Yeah, we should. And then we did. And we went to a courthouse and it was like $20 and it was great. And then all the money we would have spent on a wedding went to our house and everything, which totally cool for me. Like I said, I've been married before, and for me, this was a happier, better use of the money, especially since we have a fixer-upper house right now. So, but I mean, everybody has their dream wedding, and you should totally go for yours. Whatever your dream wedding is, go for it. There's no reason you shouldn't have it. And don't let other people, like parents and stuff, steamroll what you want. It's your wedding. And don't let them pay for it either, because if they do, then they're going to demand that it be their way. And that's crap. Unless you're going out. Yeah, like, depending on if we're going out or something, or if I'm going to a convention. If I'm going to a convention, I will wear a legitimate ring. For many, many reasons. But even those rings, though, don't cost very much. Like, I think my most expensive non-wedding ring was like $200. I don't know. But yeah, so when people are like, oh my god, how did he propose? I'm like, he didn't. We kind of didn't. It just happened. It's such a not fun story, because, and I feel bad because people always expect, oh, a story. It's like, nah. Oh yeah, the white will add a lot to it. I really enjoy this stage of the process. It should be whatever you want. It really should be. Like, if you want to spend $100,000 on that, if you want to have 4 weddings, go for it. Whatever you want to do. I had a friend that, she married an Indian man. So they had like a Hindi wedding, and then they had her wedding. And it's like, it's just what you want to do. I think that's neat too. She got 2 wedding dresses. That's cool. And like my wedding dress was like a $20 dress that I can just rewear again some other time. Yeah, he still tells that story about like being experimented on when he was a kid so his lips never get chapped. He had this insane story for why he doesn't get chapped lips, and he told it to me when we first met, and I believed him. Like, it was borderline crazy, but enough so where you'd believe him. I believed him, and then like 6 months later he's like, yeah, that was bullshit. And I was like, what? Are you serious? You lied to me about that? He was like, yeah, it was just fun. Luckily, he doesn't do that with other things, but he's pretty good at it. I don't know. Right, Cavendish? And honestly, the main reason we did, first off, was, and it's dark, but I mean, I don't have any family, so I need somebody to be able to make my medical decisions for me. So I needed a husband to do that. You can't just have a boyfriend do it, you know? So legally, I kind of need him in a few ways. And then the other way was taxes. We get a bigger break being married than not married, so we've already been together 7 years, so it was like, why not? Nothing's gonna change. Great fun, but exhausting. Yeah, I can imagine. How far apart were yours, though, Kat? Was it like a month between them? I wonder if, like, you had one and then, like, 6 months later had another one or something. Like, if that would be more fun. I don't know. But maybe it'd just be constant stress. Who knows? Nice, Isabel. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to get married either. I mean, if you don't have any perks, like we do in the US, which is so weird. So weird. But yeah, I mean, you don't have to change your name if you don't want to either. Because let me tell you, I tried to do that the first time around. I only got halfway. And I didn't even know there was like a halfway point of having your name changed. So I changed it everywhere except on the federal level. So federally, I was still my maiden name because I didn't want to go downtown and go stand in the line and get my social security card changed. Like, that was a whole thing. I didn't want to do that. So I had just done it all up to that point, which was more like an aesthetic thing. So that when I got divorced, it was easy to change it because I didn't have to go federal level stuff. Whatever. Anyway, now I just kept my maiden name. It was like, whatever. But it's weird because you can't call me Mrs. Bautista because that's his mom. But I guess I technically am. I don't know. Right? Yeah, there you go, West. Had the Canadian one in August, then the Emmyson one in September. Wait, you had 3, Kat? Oh, wow, Isabel. I didn't know that. That's cool. Yeah, common law here, I think, exists, but I think it's only like when you've lived together for 10 years or something. The first letter. Oh, weird. Oh, Kat, that's right. Did you win? I mean, even if you didn't, that's still amazing, but I forgot to ask if you did. Oh, he won. Oh, you meant Mr. Lazy Painter. Oh, sorry. It says me, Lazy Painter, and I was like, you were nominated? Yeah, that's awesome that he won. How great. At least I think I'm understanding this right. I usually do glares in the eyes, but I don't know if I want to this time. It could be cute not. Oh, he didn't win. Oh, no. Oh. Well, I hope you guys had fun and things were paid for you. Like, dinners and stuff. That would have been nice. So at least you got something out of it, you know? And as always, this piece is for sale. Usually I make pieces I can sell on my stream. I don't mind. I mean, unless I get really attached to one while I'm doing it, which is kind of rare. I don't usually, but if I do, I let you know. But otherwise, you know. Oh, thank you, Denmark. Well, yeah, you should be proud he's nominated. That's great. He's way too young to win an Emmy. Aw. Aw, thank you, Jazzy. Yeah, I'm gonna be bouncing between doing the lines and doing the white part. You always like the lines. Also, Jazzy, how are you? I miss you. Where you been at? How you been? I like that he's holding this pumpkin like it's a pumpkin that has maybe separation anxiety. So it likes to be held. So if you adopt this pumpkin, you mustn't carve it, you must just hold it. Hug this pumpkin. Oh, Gabe found out there's places, and unfortunately we don't have any by us, but there are places you can donate your pumpkins where they get given to pigs. I think it's pumpkinsforpigs.com. And you can find if there's any place in your area, but they you can bring your pumpkins and they get given to piggies to eat. If you haven't like carved them or anything like that. We usually don't carve ours and then give it to our bulldog, which is like the same thing. Emotional support pumpkins. I love it. This is still a little bit... That's a bit better. That's really nice, Kat. I love that Canada does that. Yeah, getting married for practical things. Yeah. I mean, it all just depends on your situation. You know, if you want to, if you don't. I don't know. I like being married. I like being a wife. Because I have a thing where I don't want to be, like, older and being a girlfriend, you know? Or a partner. I don't know. I like the name, like, the title wife. I enjoy that. I like having a husband. But, like, you know, that's kind of where it ends for me. It's like, whatever. I'm doing well, trying to level my work up and craft a little space on the internet for myself. Nice. Do things that make you happy. Extra good. I found that I haven't been enjoying commission work because I'm so slow and I keep making things I love personally and I get too attached to. I don't like the feeling, so I'm exploring other options. Good! I am so proud of you for finding out you don't like something and moving on. There is nothing wrong with quitting something when it doesn't suit you. There's too much, like, stigma with quitting things. Like, if you quit something, at least in the US, you're considered a failure or, you know, you're less. And I don't... I think if you quit something for the right reasons, good. You're saving yourself time and heartache and all that, you know. Move on to doing something you want to do and use the time you have in a smarter way. I think that's great. You still call him your boyfriend. I think on some people it's really charming. Like, there was one time we lived next to a couple, and I think they had to be in their 70s, and he would always just call her his girlfriend, and I thought that was so cute, because they weren't married, they were just living together, but he still said girlfriend, and that was cute for them, you know? It worked. I don't know, some things work for some people, and other things don't. But for me, I don't know, I like having a husband. I don't know what it is about it, but that's just me. And that's fine. And if you have a thing where you don't want that, that's fine too. Whatever you want. And some people say my bride instead of my wife and all that. And that is whatever. Everybody should be able to do whatever the hell they want. That's what I'm into. What do you mean, Jazzy? We also get some things automatically when married that we need to have insurances and papers done if you're not married. So Denmark, you're saying you automatically get insurance when you get married, you mean? Kat, I find it so incredible that you both have like stayed together that long. I would never have been able to stay with the person I was with when I was 20, especially considering who I was when I was 20. Ew. There you go, Jazzy. That's right. And that's kind of how I work. If somebody approaches me with a commission, they're like, oh, it's got this, this, and this. I'm like, I'm not good at drawing that. And I don't usually find, or like, I don't want to draw that. If you don't want to draw it, don't do it. Or if you want the money and you know you could draw it, but even if you don't want to, but you need the money at the time, just charge more for it because you're not going to get joy out of it, but you can still do it. Or what I usually do is I'll be like, I have a friend who I think could do better justice with this, and then I give them info. So at least if I deny somebody doing a commission, I can at least give them a place to go with it. So suggest a friend, typically. It makes you look good, too. Yeah, quitting things, yeah. Oh, that's good, Kat. I think you're both very mature for that. Really, Box? Wow. I mean, okay. Technically, and this is a little weird, I met Gabe when I was like 18, but on the internet through DeviantArt, and we were internet buddies from that point on. So I had seen him be in relationships, and he saw me be in relationships, and I lived in Minnesota, and he lived in Illinois, and at no point was it romantic at all. It was always just like he was kind of my mentor, because he was in the comics industry and all this stuff, and I was just an internet buddy, and we talked once in a while and whatever. But then, I had gone through like 3 boyfriends and a husband, and then when I got divorced then, and everything in my life kind of like, I quit my job, I moved, I got divorced, all this stuff, I was like, hey, you want to hang out? And then we hung out, and then it was just like, and it happened. Like, it was just, this was the time. And then we started dating, and like it went off. But it's very fairy tale. So I guess I kind of met him earlier, but I wouldn't have dated him back then. And I know he's told me the same thing. Like, we just weren't the kind of people that would have stayed with each other. Maybe if we did date, whatever, it would have been a fling or something, but like, it was supposed to happen now, really weird stuff. 21 years. Wow, Box. It does go quickly. It really does. Oh, good, Jazzy. You're so sweet. If you're married, your wife or husband will inherit you, not your parents and sisters. There could be situations where kids get the money, blah, 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 still be. You would have just some paperwork, insurances. Yeah. Yeah, and I would rather have Gabe get my stuff than anybody who's maybe still alive in my family. I don't know. I do not keep contact with my family. So I would much rather have Gabe and his family get my stuff. So hopefully it works that way here too. might need to sharpen this. So okay. All these squashers. I haven't because I'm still good, but I think it's kind of weird. A friend sent me, remember back, Jazzy, when I was asking people to send me any they found? She had gotten some, and then she had just recently sent them to me. And what's crazy is they're a different brand, but they say Col-Erase. So I'm starting to think Col-Erase isn't like, oh, it's registered though. That's weird. Maybe the registration ran out, but it was a different brand. It wasn't Prismacolor. So I might try those ones next because I didn't even notice a difference. And it wasn't Prismacolor, but it was Col-Erase. So I'll probably give those a shot next. And they were like a third of the price of these. So I'm all about that. It's crazy. It's funny because the paperwork here, really easy. It actually takes $10 to get married, and then like $20 for like the license. At least where I am. Where I am, it's kind of rural, so it's pretty cheap. So basically, it was $30 to get married. If you didn't want the certificate that day, then it's like $10. So I will, Jazzy. I will let you know. When I used them recently, they were comparable for sure. So I think I'll give them a shot when these are kaput. But I have a long way to go with these. I have quite an inventory left. Oh, for real, West? Whoa. We're also lucky because out here, you don't need witnesses. And I know in some places you do need witnesses. I think, like, if you get married in downtown Chicago, you need witnesses. But since we're in a very rural area, don't need witnesses. I'm going to turn this real quick. Trying to show different wood via different wood grains too. So some wood is curly, some wood is straight. So you can kind of see the difference there. Can I get a witness? Witness! What's everybody's best Halloween costume you've ever made? or had. I guess you don't have to make it, but like the one you were most proud of or felt the coolest wearing. What was yours? Oh, thank you, Jazzy. Thank you, Denmark. You made yourself into a pig? Oh, man. Just for fun? Or was it for something? Or... And obviously, if anybody wants to share pictures, go for it. A pig. That's so cute. And a skeleton face. Nice, Jazzy. Skeleton face is so fun to do. I can't remember what year I did that on the stream, but it might have been 2 years ago. No, that was back when we lived in Wisconsin. Shoot. That had to be 2018. Dang. These colors aren't correct now either. Hold on. Yeah, it was in 2018. It's crazy. It's weird because now I can remember memories based on, or like times based on where we were living. So in a memory, if I can see the place we were, then I know what year it was. Because we moved like 10 times in 10 years. Oh my god, what is squeleton? What is that word? Oh, like Lara Croft's skeleton? Oh, weird. How'd you do that? What do you mean, her skeleton? Pink pants from a used cloth shop. I'm certain lady thought I was gay. I bought some very oversized pink pants that would be better fitted to my pig legs. Oh. Well, it sounds like it's adorable. Did you do a little corkscrew tail too? Gabe dressed up as a Chansey one year for a party. It wasn't Halloween, but it was great. He was an amazing Chansey. Your pink pants made me think of that because he was all pink. And I made him like nylon dreadlock things like Chansey. It was great. Oh, that's cool, Isabel. I like that. Just a skeleton version of her? That's cool. That's a nice twist. I like it. And you won the best outfit. That's awesome. Good for you, homie. I bet it was adorable. It sounds adorable. I love it. Not want to work, does it? Only do costumes with a twist. Ah, Bianca! Oh, Bianca! Everybody should follow Bianca. I love Bianca. We're buddies. I love you. How are you, Bianca? Thank you for the raid. Oh, bye, Jazzy. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate it. Oh, cute, Denmark. I'm glad. Bianca, how was your stream? What'd you do? Oh my god. This does not want to even happen today for me. Why? We are buddies. Buddies. I love you. I hope you had a good stream, homie. Wow. I hope everybody's having a good Saturday. I usually stream on Saturdays at 2 p.m. CST. I used to stream so much more many years ago, like 6 days a week, but things change over time and you get a lot more busy with crap. So now I don't get to as much, but you know, yeah, you do what you do. So Saturdays are usually like a personal piece that I usually end up selling like during the stream, but anyway. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Bianca. Go get some food, rest up, get some water. You know, post-stream stuff. We both know how that goes. Oh my god, should I add drool? Hello, Charles Lister. How are you? Welcome. Yeah, anybody here who's an artist just dropping in or whatever, please feel free to put in your socials so other people can follow you and all that. I love the cursing series. Thank you, Daisha. I put it on pause for this month. Going back to it next month because I would like to make a little book of it. So I think I've maybe got 8 of them. So I need quite a few more to make an actual book, but I appreciate that. Thank you. I have a lot of fun with them. I had some sort of something I needed to get out, so it worked. It worked. I like my R-rated Beatrix Potter, basically. I've got a couple coming up that I think will be funny, but sometimes you're doing them and they're funny when you thought of them, and then you're doing them and you're like, is it? I don't know. And then at the end of it, it's like, I guess. And then you're just like, oh, it's done. I'll post it. And then you post it, and then other people think it's funny, and you're like, yeah, it was funny. Right. You know, like you forget when something, it's like thinking of a word too much where it loses meaning. It's kind of the same with if you're making jokes, you know, and you're like, oh yeah, this is great, and then it's not great, and then it becomes great again. I don't know. So today I wanted to do this little pumpkin merchant that he's technically a ghost, but he's trying to be some cat dog thing because he doesn't know how to be a cat or a dog. So it's technically just a masquerading ghost with cargo shorts. I don't know. I did it 20 minutes before the stream, in all honesty. And I was like, yeah, this will be fun. Let's do this. So, like I said, Saturdays nowadays are just for fun for me on stream. I like to talk to people, have fun, you know. Catch up with my regulars, because I miss y'all. Because I used to stream so much more, and I really do miss it. Miss doing it more than once a week. Because, I mean, 6 years ago I was doing like 6 days a week, and it was like, whoa. But yeah, anybody else here who came in from Bianca's stream, an artist? Feel free to just throw your stuff in the chat. I would love to see. Give you a follow. Oh. Yeah, so I am totally rusty on doing my watercolor right now because, like I said, I took kind of a month off. After Dragon Con, I got back and I was like, I'm tired. I kind of just want to chill for a bit. And then October hit, and then I just you know, I wanted to work on and get ahead in like my commissions and things like that. So I was like, I will take a break from Bickerborough and I will go back to it. But for the moment, you know, you just play it cool. I think that's all the green I had. Really? Yeah. So I'm just doing little watercolors here and there, just for fun. Just little one-offs. Sometimes you just want to do something that's not related to anything, just for fun. Don't forget why you do art, to have fun. Studio Zen, put in their stuff. Let's see. Oh, wow. Yes, architecture. Yes. Oh, water stuff. So do you do a lot of urban sketching then, Zen? Oh, and you've got some cute characters here. Do art for more than fun? Sometimes it's fun. Yeah, when it's your job, it's different, huh, Charles? Sometimes it's more than that. I do too, unfortunately, or fortunately. I'm at a point right now where I have to do art a little bit for more work than pleasure. So, you know, doing the independent artist freelance thing, you know, it's got its perks and it's got its down points. It depends. And it changes, you know. I think even if you do your dream job, sometimes you're gonna have those days where you're like, I don't know, man, I'm not feeling it. You know. Yeah, it's enjoyable. For the most part, you know. We're our own bosses. And, you know. Oh, thank you, Denmark. Cartoons and watercolor. They look good, Zen. Thank you for sharing your link. Appreciate it. Oh, I didn't even see the follows. Thank you, Charles, for the follow. Thank you, Brigitte. And Zen, thank you for the follow, too. I appreciate that. I hope you all are having a really nice weekend. It's kind of toasty here. I'm in Illinois. It's a little bit toasty. More than I'd like it to be. I kind of wish it was like 40s, 50s, but today I think it's closer to 70, which is still better than the 80s it was a little while ago, let me tell you. But I forgot a whole side of this cart. I saw this really great video of a Japanese ramen street food guy, and he had a ramen cart. Oh my god. I loved his ramen cart so much. That's why I had to draw, like, I kind of want to do a series of street, like, food animals that are just selling their, you know, street foods. But it was great because he had a drawer that was just full of curled up ramen, and he would just pull out a chunk of it, and just throw it in some water. I'll see if I can find it. Because I always hate talking about videos, and people are like, that's great, but we can't see it. Let me see if I can find it. Rootness tootness time. Right? I love serieses. Like, I had this long one that I was doing every Inktober for like 3 years. It was Book of Books. And if you do... Actually, I think I have a thing for it. It was before I did... Oh, hold on. It might just be this. There we go. Okay. It was called Book of Books. But before I did that series, I had turned an Inktober into a book, which you can totally do. Don't ever think you can't, you know. And then the year after that, I started the Book of Books series, where every day was a different book, and there's lore behind each one of them, and I did that for like 3 years, so there's like 100 books, give or take. I didn't post them all, but I really want to make that into a book of books. I just have been, it's been a non-stop roller coaster for me the past like 3 years, so that's still somewhere. Oh, here, I can find it. I can find it. Here he is. I know it's Facebook. Please don't hate me. Don't hate me that it's Facebook, but it's the ramen cart guy. It's the ramen cart guy. Come on. Go look at the ramen cart man. He's wonderful, and I love all the little pockets and things he has for all his, like, the eggs and the veggies. Like, I don't know. I love everything about him. It's wonderful. I need to look at a picture of a freaking squash. And not a pumpkin, just like a butternut squash or something. I don't remember if they have striations up their side. No, they're smooth. For the most part. I guess they're a little pimply. So I'll put like some really smooth lines here. Maybe a couple pimply spots. I don't want to get too detailed, because that's just not how this style is. So I'll put a couple little bumps just for some interest. But tall skinny lizard pulling that cart. Cute. I like this big pumpkin that's just kind of flopping over the side here. You always see those like ginormous pumpkins that win awards and stuff, and they just look like they're having a time. They can't even like, you know what I'm talking about? Like the really big pumpkins. And they just like melt into whatever spot they grow into. I love it. Big pumpkins are so funny. So as always, on Saturdays I also like to make sure that the piece I'm doing is also up for grabs. I don't like to get too attached to anything I make usually, unless it's like preliminary stuff for a story or work for a different kind of project, all that sort of stuff. So anything else that I kind of do that's not really for something is typically up for grabs, and on Saturdays that's usually what I'm doing. So if anybody ends up liking this is up for grabs, and if it's not claimed during the stream, it'll just end up on my website, on cloverkin.com/originals. I usually just put everything up there at a later time, so no worries there. Yeah, that works. Let's put a couple bumps on this boy. Nothing distracting. Maybe a couple beauty marks. We'll put beauty marks on them. There's one pumpkin here who needs some more orange to him. Pulling which cart? The ramen cart? Did one fall in the mud? Yeah. He couldn't do it either. I don't know why I pictured that they would be kind of jellyish, but the fact that they're kind of alive, I don't know. I took some liberties with this one, that's for sure. Because it doesn't make sense that some of these are not hard. So, maybe when you adopt them, that's when they kind of turn into pumpkins, or when people come by, maybe it's like a Toy Story situation. They go a little bit stoic and turn into regular pumpkins and kind of freeze up. Who knows? I originally wanted to make the merchant a squirrel, because squirrels love to eat pumpkins, and then just have him kind of eating his own inventory. I thought that would be kind of fun. But then I was like, I kind of like the idea of a fake ghost doing it. I've got kind of a vendetta against squirrels lately. They ruin everything in my yard. They have fun tales, but man, that's where it ends. Now let's go with him falling in off the cart. Maybe the big guy pushed him. And then he just kind of turns into being a little bit more, what's the word? Malleable? Yeah, we'll go with that. I am a little bit upset with how flat the red is at the top of this. Yeah, malleable. There we go. You got it. So maybe bring this in a little bit. Still got the squashes covering up my screen. So usually I go for about 2 or 3 hours. Today I think we're gonna call it basically about now, because it's trick or treat day in my town. So I gotta go get things ready for the littles to come by and get some candy. We're one of the full-size candy bar houses, so you know, gotta get that ready. We also have little light up rings to give them. We like to give them toys too, so we gotta make little bags for that. That starts in a little bit, but maybe I'll do it anyway. I said I wouldn't do it, but oh well, they're there. Why you leave me all alone? Sorry, Scythe. Sorry. I'll be back next Saturday, though. Thank you, Charles. Thank you. Charles, do you stream? Does anybody else stream? I'm just curious. I'll follow you if you stream. Stream. The purple cheeky. Oh, you do? Okay. I'm gonna check you out then. I'll give you a follow. Let's see if I can do... Water-based markers are good too for quick shadows on stuff. If you want something more precise, and I'm usually a marker artist too, by the way, for anybody here who's new. Watercolor is not my primary. I'm just doing it today because I felt like it. But typically markers, colored pencils, and pastels are my game. So if you go on my Instagram, you'll see a lot of like my commissions, my pet portraits and things are marker. So put some more of this on here. Oh, thank you, Java. Yeah, Charles, I'm gonna look you up. Might have to be after the stream so I can give it a proper look over. If I look anything during the stream, usually I just get like sidetracked and I forget what I was doing. So I usually make sure I do it after the stream. Alright. Does anybody have anything left they want to talk about before we end for today? I gotta see if there's anybody on I can raid. Oh, this needs more line work. Yeah, the line work's not fully done on this, but I'll have it done for when I put it up on my site. Okay. I need to open up Twitch to see if anybody's streaming. Oh man, mine is dead. No one's really on. I'm guessing it's bummer, dude. It's because it's like the weekend. Oh, Halloween weekend. People are probably at parties. Yeah, there's 2 people on, but they're just gaming. Balls. Alright, sorry I can't rate anybody, y'all. But anyway. Oh, Cupcake Runner, thank you for the follow. Nikki, I didn't see that. Sorry. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Alright, so as stated, this will go on my website. Probably Monday? Something like that. I'm gonna get some more little grass bits here going on. I mean, unless somebody wants to claim it now, you can. Otherwise, like I said, Charles, I'm gonna go look at your thing here in a minute before I even forget. Otherwise, come see me again on Saturday at 2 p.m. CST, which is 2 hours ago. I think next weekend is November, so we're going back to Bickerboro. So if anybody remembers my Swearing Animals series, that's that one. You can find a lot of those on my Instagram if you're like, what? What are you talking about? They're on there. So I'll type in my socials here so you can get at those. And then, yeah, I guess otherwise have a happy Halloween on Monday. And if anybody's doing anything this weekend, be safe. Have fun. Eat a lot of candy, man. Just go crazy. So anyway, thanks so much for all you new followers. I hope to see you next time. And everybody else, feel free to hit me up online with whatever. Questions, showing me stuff. We have a Discord. Love to see you. Alright? So enjoy your week. I'll see you next time. Bye.